Hi friends, it's Carolyn Zook here with C6 Stitch, and today is Saturday, February 17th, 2024. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm so glad that you're here spending part of your day or your evening with me. I am feeling a bit under the weather, to be honest. I think I mentioned last week that the flu is going around campus. A lot of students are sick. I'm hoping that's not what I have. I don't think it's what I have. I came home. Well, I worked from home yesterday, and I just got this really bad headache partway through the day. After work finished, I just lay down, and I just basically slept all night, well into this morning. I slept in. I'm just moving really slow. So forgive me. I think it might be allergies. The winds have been blowing around. I haven't started taking my allergy pills yet for the season. I usually do start taking them in February out here. And it's been a warmer month or season for the most part. So I probably should start taking those, and hopefully that will help because I don't have time to get the flu. And the flu is knocking students out for like a week. So we don't have time for that. But things are going well. It's just very busy at work. I'm teaching a lot more this semester than I have in the past, but it's all good. I love it. We just finished week 5. So we are a third of the way through the semester, which doesn't sound like too much, honestly, but we're good. We're getting there. I was able to respond to comments, so I'm super happy. I still have some of the older videos to go back through, but the most recent video I was able to respond to. Thank you for those of you who watched the shop with me. It was a very long video. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, the final deadline to pre-order from Garan Stitchery, which is the website that I used for that video, every designer gets to set their own deadline for when they want pre-orders because they need time to print and bag and get everything together before they leave for Nashville. So the latest date that I've seen is February 20th to have pre-orders in. So if you haven't watched my video yet, you might want to go check that out. So the 20th would be 18th, like Tuesday, I believe, would be like the final day. Now, again, most of these charts are still going to be available after Nashville. So it's not like it's now or never. You're not going to miss out on getting these charts, right? You can make a list and, order what you can now and save that list for throughout the year, birthdays, Christmas, that sort of thing. So it's hard not to get caught up in it. I mean, I definitely do as well. But do know these charts will be available. There are a bunch more things that have been added to that website since last week when I posted. So also check out the website garanstitchery.com. So I had a question from my friend Anne, which is a really good question that I'm not sure. I'm curious what you all think. So Anne asked, okay, what exactly is prim stitching? So last week I showed my Consider the Lilies piece by Heartstring Samplery, and Anne, I think this is what made you ask the question. It is very much a prim piece. I am deprimming it, if you will, which is an actual word, by using, so the called for is one strand of floss, and the called for fabric is a 28 count. So they want you to do over 2. So they want you to do one strand of floss on 28 count over 2. 28 count is equivalent to 16 count Aida. No, 14 count Aida. Math. And so that would be like using one strand of floss on 14 count Aida, which would make it very kind of sparse coverage, very light. Neither is right or wrong. It's just, what do you prefer? I prefer my pieces to be, I like using 2 strands. If you've been around a while, you know that. Like, I will shove 2 strands on 36 count if I can. It doesn't really work very well, but I like 2 strands. I like full coverage. I like bright colors, that sort of thing. That's what I prefer, but neither way is right or wrong. So prim stitching is, I mean, originally prim stitching, like back in the day, was really just kind of freeform stitching where you didn't necessarily have a pattern. You didn't trace anything with your thread. You just kind of said, I want to stitch a tree, so I'm going to stitch a tree. And you just kind of did it freeform. Now, we use patterns for the most part, right? They also have more muted colors, so the coverage is maybe a little more sparse. It looks kind of old, right? If you think of like the old antique samplers, right, that, you know, they've been around for a while, they're kind of missing some threads. The threads are faded, right? If we were to recreate those, we might use more muted colors. They're often stitched on muslin cloth, not so much anymore, but like if we were to be honoring the history of it, right, we would stitch it on muslin cloth and do it freehand. A lot of it is in the style of maybe folk art. There's a lot of florals. There's a lot of people, letters, sayings, Bible verses, that sort of thing. A lot of like little miniature motifs as well. So that's the best. Like I tried looking up, you know, a variety of definitions, and that's what I came up with. There was no kind of set definition. But I also think of like colonial Americana, you know, kind of one strand over 28-32 count that makes it look a little bit lighter, a little bit sparse. So that's kind of what I think of prim stitching. Let me know what you think down below. Is that a decent explanation? It is it's kind of one of those things you look at a pattern and you say, is this prim? Is it not? And one person could say, yeah, that's definitely prim. Another person would say, well, not really, right? So, I mean, I'm sure there's a more legitimate way to determine that. But I hope that helps, Anne, with your question. I'm probably not the best person to answer prim stitching because prim is not my style, which is why I'm de-primming things by adding an extra strand. But on the Consider the Lilies, which you can watch my last Flosstube, I really like how the colors are popping on it. So I'm happy with it. Okay, let's get into whips. Okay, let's just get into whips. So, like I said, I'm a little slow. Before we go, I'm wearing my Athena shirt. It says, Stitching Grows My Heart 3 sizes. It's a short sleeve shirt, so I had to put a sweater on because I'm a little chilly. But I got this from Athena at the end of last year, I think. And I also have my coffee that I have the patience to stab things. This is for my friend Sam for Christmas. Actually, it might have been for my birthday. I can't remember now. Anyway, now let's get into the whips. My 25/7 piece is the 1544 band sampler. This is by Works by ABC. 25/7 is a group run by Melanie Watkins, the Soulful Stitcher, here on Flosstube. She also has a separate Facebook group called the Soulful Stitcher that she does Year of Whips, which you'll hear me talk about. This is on my Year of Whips. There's also my 25/7 piece for the month of February, meaning I put in 25. You can do 25 stitches or 25 minutes. I do 25 minutes every day on this piece until it's done. I think I'm right here. Yeah, I'm on this band right here. So I think since last time I finished this one, did this little one, and now we're on here. We are so close to having to finish. I am doing this in blues, though. This was a gift from my friend Andrea, and it was kitted up by Garon. And this is a Belsois Chester's Blue. I love it. I had to roll up or move the Q-snaps. So we finished this band. We did this band that was super easy and fast. And now we're on this one. I haven't actually stitched on this the last 2 nights. On Thursday, I had a work event that went late. So when I got home, I just worked on my main piece and not this. And then, like I said, last night, I didn't do any stitching because I was just really worn out. So that's where we're at on 1544 band sampler. I am hoping that this will get done this month. It's the 17th. I think we can do it. It really isn't that much left. Right here, So we're getting there. I am stitching it on a 27 count Witchelt banding that they kitted up for me. So that's also on my 25/7 or my year of whips. So that will, when I finish that, that will be my first finish of 2024, and it will be my first year of whips finish. So next up, I joined. Unfortunately, this club is closed now. But Pine Needle, I joined their Biddy Bowl Club for this year. And each month you get a chart. Well, we got the bowl in February or January. We got the bowl. And then each month you get like a little seasonal monthly chart. Well, 2 charts and some accoutrement. So this is what February's looks like. I am working on this pillow. I haven't even started on the bag yet. I am still trying to figure out how to fit it all in. I did change out the fabric. It comes with a 16 count Aida, which is fine, but the piece was so small I couldn't get it to fit in any of the Q snaps I had or anything like that, because it's like a 5 by 5 inch piece. So I just did it. I have a lot of, this is Vintage Country Mocha. So I have a lot of it. So I just used that, and it's almost the same color. But this is where I got to. I worked on this only like 40 minutes last Sunday. My goal is to work on this on Sundays. It's hard to fit in the time. I'm going to be really honest. I don't usually stitch during the day because usually my day is spent cleaning, running errands, that sort of thing on the weekends. And then obviously during the week I work. What I think I'm going to do is moving forward, I'm going to maybe make this my 25/7 piece. But I got the L done. I got a lot more of the rows done. So we're getting there just very, very slowly. It's great. I love it. But it's just, how do we fit it in? You know what I mean? So that is the Biddy Bowl Club. That is February. Next, I gave 2 days to Winter Montage. This is artwork by Janet Stever. It is charted by Pain Free Crafts. And I am up here in the first little block. I am right, what? 1, 2. I have 2 done. So like I'm right in between the second and third, like right in here. This is slow going, but I love it. This is just stitched on a 32 count antique white Lugana because it's full coverage. So I worked on this 2 days. One of the days I did not get my full, when I say I work on it for a day, for me that's 3 hours of stitching. That's what I do in the evenings. I was not able to get 3 hours done both nights, so I was a little short one of the nights. But in total, over the 2 days that I worked on this, I got 582 stitches in, and I'm now at 4.05% done, which is very exciting. So I did a lot of fill-in in here. You can see I pulled it over here a little bit. You can see the very start of this next leaf. I have some of the greens in there. I don't know how we're not purposely avoiding this. It's just I went where the threads took me. So when I pull this out tomorrow for Seasonal Sunday, I will probably try to get these. I keep calling them cherries. They're not cherries. They're berries. But I really like this one. I like the progress on it. I worked on it twice to make up for January because I was only able to work on it 3 days in January because of Bringo. So I wanted to give it an extra day this month. So I was able to do that. And yeah, like the border is going across, but I want to come back and fill in this part. So I'm kind of going vertically up and down and moving that direction. Still a ways to go. This is a long first block, but it is really fun to work on, and it's fun to see the elements kind of coming together. Let's look at it again. So again, I have obviously the edge leaf, the partial leaf. I have these 2 done, and I'm starting on the 3rd one, which when I get this done, then I will be about halfway done with the block. A little less. But these are the berries I need to put in, the holly berries right there. And then I don't know where I'll go. I don't know if I'll go down, like that's going to take a while, or if I'm going to go over. I might go over to work on this one, so then at least I'll have it all the way across. I don't know. We're probably a couple years still away from having to worry about that decision. But look at that. It's so gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so that was Winter Montage. Then I pulled out, I had some extra time this month because I decided not to work on a stitching shelf. So I pulled out this floral, it's called Flower Birth Sampler. It is by Historical Sampler Company. I'm stitching this for a friend of mine who had a baby in November. I think it's super cute, super darling. I have officially, so I think I started in the middle. No, maybe I started over here. I can't remember where I started. It's under the Q-snap now. But I have officially turned the corner here. This is kind of a strange piece because you feel like, okay, I'm going to turn the corner. When am I turning the corner? And then all of a sudden you're like halfway down. Like it's not a super, I mean, I know it's a square, but like as soon as you turn the corner, you're almost turning the next corner. Do you know what I mean? So this one I am stitching on a 32 count pastel lilac linen. It looks white. You can maybe see some of the colors. But yes, so here's where we're at. So I did a bunch of fill-in on here. So I think I did this motif. I put in this heart. Everything down here I did. So it is coming along. All of a sudden, like at first it felt like it was going really, really slow to get over to this corner and then to turn down. But then all of a sudden it feels like it's going faster. I've also spent a lot of time charting out the baby's name and birthday and birth weight and all that. And it's taken a very long time to chart it out and to make sure everything lines up because she has a very long first name. And I'm doing the middle name and then like, you know, the birth details. But on the sample, I mean, they give you graph paper, which is super tiny. I can hardly see it. So I had to pull out my own graph paper. But see, like, their first name that they used, India, which is a beautiful name, that's the length of my baby, the baby I'm stitching this for. That's the length of her middle name, but her first name is a lot longer. So I haven't actually put in any of these little B's yet because I'm not sure where they're going to go. So I'm going to have to fit in a long name here, middle name, and they don't have her birth time on here, and I'm trying to fit in to see if I can fit in the time of day she was born as well. So we'll see. It's been challenging to do that. So to chart it, but I really love it. I think it's gorgeous. I think it's perfect for a baby's room. I would love something like this for my room. Could you imagine if I did one for myself? Little baby Carolyn. That's funny. Okay, so I did that. And then we had another new start. We started our SAL. It's so fun seeing people's work in progress on this. This is called The Snuggle is Real. It is so cute. It's so much cuter even in person. This is in the December 2023 issue of Just Cross Stitch. It is not too late to join us. You can join us anytime. This is Hannah Dale artwork. It's so cute. And again, I wanted to work on this 3 times. Oh, my whips are falling down on a precarious pile. I like to give my new starts 3 days or 9 hours. And because I didn't stitch last night, I wasn't able to do that. So I want to give her one more day. Look at that. Can you see there's no back stitch or anything in here yet. There will be. But look, I almost burst into tears stitching this on Thursday night. Maybe I was already starting not to feel great Thursday night because I was like, it's so cute. I can't even stand it. And this little, like, Simon has this little tabby markings right here. And it's just so cute. Yes, I did just pet my cross stitch. Thank you for noticing. It's so stinking cute. It really is. It is quite confetti heavy. I will say that. But that's how you get the cuteness, I think. So we are using hashtag #AreYouKittenMeSal for this. So feel free to join us at any time. And I'm stitching this on a 32 count. Hold on, I'm going to pronounce it correctly. Several of you help me pronounce it. Anemone. Anemone? Anemone. 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 Right? Did I do it? 32 count. This is by Fortnite Fabrics. Yeah, it's like a pink. It's like a pink mottled. It's so cute. I love this. So that is everything I stitched this week. Yeah, that's everything. So that's a really fun one. Now, let's do haul. I just have the tiniest bit of haul, really. I got my threads from the Fat Quarter shop. I am in 2 of their thread clubs. This is the February club, the Floss Fix, which is the classic Colorworks. Look at those colors. And they go in alphabetical order, which I love. So we got crushed pineapple, Cupid, dandelion stem, deep blue sea, deep fennel, and desert mesquite. So those will be added to my stash. So that's fun. And we did get the March Biddy Bowl. Now, let's see. It just came in the mail. So sorry about the glare. So you can see it's the same idea, right? Just a different chart. So another little pillow, another bag. You get all the accoutrement. You get the lace. You get the little card, the flowers. There's a charm here. Now, this pillow, it says luck on the corner. So the February one says love. This one says luck. I'm not a big St. Patrick's Day person. Like, I'm not Irish. It's never been really a thing that my family celebrate. And I know everyone's Irish on St. Patrick's Day, but so I might find something different to put in those corners. But I don't know. There's a 4-leaf clover in there, so maybe I'll just keep it as is. And you get everything. Like, you get everything to make it look like it does in the picture, which is super fun. So what I think I'm going to do with that is pause on the February one and maybe start working on that, because one of these days I would like to get them done in the month that they, the month that it is. Like, Candy did it last year really, really well. It was a different theme. They were a little bit bigger projects, and she was able to get them done most months. So that's why I think moving forward, I'm going to have those be my 25/7 piece, because I think I can make some good progress. And then if I finish those before the month is up, then I'll select something else for my 25/7. But that's kind of what I'm thinking right now. So I don't know. I haven't even, obviously, I haven't even opened this to look at, to pull the threads and all that. So we'll see. We'll see if I just finish up February working on the February one. Look at my hair. I had it all nice and fixed before I came on here. I swear, the older I get, the more wild my hair becomes. Anyway, so I will just figure that out, and it'll be a surprise for next week what I do. Then the only other piece of haul, yeah, so I got the threads, I got the March Biddy Bowl, and then we got from Crazy Annie's, this is Signs of Christmas. This is a new chart of the month club. Now, I've done hers in the past. This is one that, full disclosure, she is sending to me for free. This is Signs of Christmas Club. They are charts by Annie B's Folk Art. These can only be purchased through her shop. So here's some information if you want to pause that. And then she also has a Facebook group if you want to take a look. So it's Crazy Annie's. The Woodland Christmas that I think I showed last week was one of these where I got a chart a month through her. And she gives you this nice bag, which I think is really great. I love her bags. And these are smalls. So we got our next one, basically, is what I'm trying to say. This is super cute. So these are charts, again, by Annie B's Folk Art. It is Little Elves Toy Emporium. Little Elves Toy. Look at that. Isn't that so cute? It says, handmade by elves to the North Pole. You could even just pull out like the little motifs if you wanted and do like a little gift tag or something. I think it's really, really darling. So she sent me that. And of course, she sent one for you all as well for a giveaway. So let's do that giveaway. So here's the one for you. This will be opened internationally, so anybody can win this. And if you would like to be entered to win, be 18, don't say win or give away. But if you want to win this, say toy will be our word. Toy. So yeah, so that's exciting. So thank you so much, Annie, for sending me one and sending one for you all. Now, speaking of giveaways, yes, I am behind on mailing them out. Those of you who've been with me again for a while know I'm not the best at it, but my heart's in the right spot. You will get them, I promise. But we have more giveaways to give away because we hit 6,000 subscribers. And so I wanted to celebrate by doing giveaways. This one, it is a giveaway, but it doesn't really count in the 6,000 because this is from Crazy Annie's. So we have 6 charts to give away. All of these will be open international. Keyword for each of them. And we'll pull winners next week in next week's video. So part of this is from me going through my charts and entering them into Google Keep. I came across a lot of charts that I like, but I probably just won't stitch, unfortunately. So the first one is called A Little Spring by Sweet Wing Studio, and I think it's really cute. I just don't know that I'm going to stitch it. And it's almost spring for us here. So if you would like to win this, say spring. I love that umbrella with the rain on it, actually. That's really cute. Next up, we have The Swans from A Year in the Woods. I think I gave this away a while ago and the person never replied, so we're going to give it away again. So say swan, just one. Just say swan. Cottage Garden Samplings. Next, this is perfect for Easter, although Easter's really early this year. Unless you're Orthodox, then it's quite a bit later. But this is by Tiny Modernist, and it is called Easter Cuties, and they are so cute. This originally Robin sent to me a long time ago when we first became friends, and I just don't think I'm going to be able to stitch them. And so she said I could give them away. There is a little, it's an older chart, but there's a little tiny tear up there, and it's a little bent, but that doesn't impact the charts. The chart is in color. Each one is 43 wide by 60 high, and they are full coverage. There's the tiniest bit of backstitch, like the butterfly trail is backstitched, right? But that's really, it's just, and some outlining. I guess, stuff is outlined and backstitched, but it's easy backstitch. They're full coverage, but they're small. So if you want to stitch this, say Easter. Easter. Okay, next up is another spring Easter one. This is by the Cricket Collection. It is called Think Spring. Think Spring. So you get all 3 charts. I love those daisies, of course, which you can pull out. Or maybe you only get 2 charts. You get 2 charts. Sorry. You get this chart and this chart. It says life is a dance. And then over here it says Think Spring. Or you can pull out whatever images you want. And if you want this, since we already have a spring one, say bunny. Because we have a bunny. So say bunny, B-U-N-N-Y. Next up, we have a heart and hand. This is called Spring Fobs, another spring one. So you get the charts for this bunny. It says garden, a little scissor fob, another fob there, heart fob. I'm just looking to see. It's from 2000. That's what I was looking for, from the year 2000. So if you would like to win this, say, basket, because there's a basket of flowers right there. I had to think, we have like 3 spring pieces, so I had to come up with other words, but say basket for that basket of flowers, and I'll send that to you. And then last but certainly not least, we have this cute friendship sampler because I think of you as my friends, and I'm so grateful for all 6,000 of my besties out there. This is by Little Dove Designs. Kelly Hale originally sent this to me like shortly after I started my YouTube channel, I think. And so thank you, Kelly, for sending this as a giveaway. It says, side by side or miles apart, good friends are always close to your heart. So I think that's really sweet. And if you want to win this, say friends. Friends. Okay, so those are all our giveaways. So that's really fun. And again, thank you all so much for being here and subscribing and all that good stuff. I am so grateful for you. I think we have a lot of fun. Of course, I'm biased, but I think we have a lot of fun here. Okay, let's go into plans. And then I will let you go watch other floss tubes. I am so far behind on floss tubes. It's kind of embarrassing at this point, but... So plans, I will continue working on 1544 band sampler. We will work on, we're going to give The Snuggle Is Real one more day tonight because I didn't get to it last night. So hopefully I will feel better and be able to work on that tonight. I was going to work on the flower birth sampler tonight, but I really want to work on that kitten some more. So we'll give our winter montage another day for Seasonal Sunday. Then we're going to be pulling out. So Monday is President's Day. I do not get it off work. I knew that going into this job. My last job, we did get President's Day off. But the trade-off is that I get Christmas to New Year's off and the month of July off. So I will never complain about not getting President's Day off. However, when it's like a federal holiday like that, I'm going to pull out 2 charts to work on. One of them is One Nation. This is by Bygone Stitches. We started this last year in July. There was a big group of us who either started it or pulled it back out. I know Gary is working on this as well. So I'm going to give this 3 days this week. The other piece is E Pluribus Unum, which I'll work on next week. So you'll see that next week. This is also for our Magazine Monthly Challenge. We have a theme and an acrostic. The acrostic for February is snowshoe. And this is going to count for the N for nation and both of the O's for one. I'm kind of cheating a little bit on that, but it's okay. So it'll count for 3 of the acrostics. And I am stitching this on French blue 32 count by Fabrics by Stephanie. And this is where I'm at. So not too far. But I look forward to pulling it out this year and working on it. I think I have it 5 times that will come out in like 5 different months. So it'll get like a total of 15 days. So we should see some good progress on this one. And I love this fabric. It's so gorgeous. She does great fabric. The other piece that will be coming out is Home of a Needleworker. This is by Little House Needleworks. This chart was sent to me from Sandy. She sent me a whole bunch of charts for giveaways. She said I could pull out what I wanted, and I pulled out this one because I've been wanting to stitch this one for a while. I started this with my friend Candy of the 614 Stitcher. We started this in September, and this is on my Year of Whips. I'm pretty sure it's on Candy's Year of Whips as well. So, and this is a good one to make modifications for yourself. This is on 32 count Mellowstone by Atomic Ranch Fabrics. And here is where I'm at. So I put the 2 kitties here, and I took out, there was a house under here. I didn't put that in. I just plunked some kitties in there. Because that looks like my house full of kitties. So that's where we're at. This is on, Mellowstone. I already told you that. And I'm going to give this 2 days this week. And it will count for the H in snowshoe. H for home of a needleworker. And you see this house. I'm keeping the house as called for. My current house is not blue, but the house I grew up in is blue. So when I ever have to repaint my house, I will try to get it to be a blue. So like I took out the crow and I took out that house and just put the kitties in a little heart. The kitties I pulled from a chart by Lynette Peters, Carolyn and her cats. So that's fun. I think that's everything I have. I'm going to go get this edited and uploaded, and then I'm going to put my PJs back on and go back to bed. All right, everyone. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye.